Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, and Kyle Bradish are leading the Baltimore Orioles into the American League Division Series. Henderson and Rutschman are former #1 overall prospects in baseball. Kyle Bradish was a top 10 prospect in Baltimore's system. Point being, the Orioles won 101 games, but let's not forget about all the success down on the farm. But I know, the action is up here. The Orioles are in the playoffs. Not taking up too much of your time. We're going to put 5 minutes on the clock for our minor league recap. Let's start down in AAA with the Norfolk Tides. Minor League Baseball's Team of the Year won 90 games and the International League Championship. A big contributor down the stretch was, of course, Minor League Baseball's Player of the Year, Jackson Holliday.
This year's gone about as well as I could possibly imagine. My goal was AA, and to be able to make it to AAA is quite something.
You know the story by now. Just 19 years old, started in Delmarva, made it all the way up to the Tides in his first professional season. Special stuff from Jackson Holliday. We could be seeing him in Baltimore very soon. We saw the 14th ranked prospect in Baltimore for a brief stretch. Colton Cowser mashed a grand slam in the International League Championship game to help the Tides come home victorious. Struggled a bit with the O's, but hit 300 in Norfolk with a .937 OPS. Cowser will be back. And he could have a fellow top 5 pick in the outfield with him in Heston Kjerstad. A couple of clutch hits already in the bigs for the lefty. Kjerstad isn't just a cool story anymore. He's here, and he's showing why he was worthy of the 2nd overall pick. Kobe Mayo wasn't a top 5 pick or even a first-round pick. The slugger was drafted in the 4th round back in 2020, and he's leapfrogged all the way up to the 27th ranked prospect in baseball per MLB Pipeline. Well-deserved, too. An OPS over 1,000 in 78 games in Bowie. That OPS stayed over 900 in 62 games with the Tides. He's just 21 years old with a huge future ahead. Now, speaking of former 4th-round picks, Joey Ortiz just keeps doing his thing. The 50th ranked prospect in baseball hit .321 in Norfolk and plays some pretty unreal defense at shortstop. His double playmate, Connor Norby, led the International League in hits, runs, and doubles. He was 2nd in extra base hits and 3rd in RBIs. He hit .290, mashed 21 home runs to go along with those 40 doubles. That's some serious pop from second base. And on the mound, Chase McDermott won the O's Minor League Pitcher of the Year.
Yeah, I think it's really just a confidence and keeping it simple kind of thing, so wasn't too much that went into it.
Yeah, McDermott should be feeling pretty confident with a .249 ERA in 10 games with the Tides. Last year's trade acquisition paying off big time so far. Cade Povich came over at last year's deadline too. ERA this season, not eye-popping, but the lefty struck out over 12 batters per 9 innings this season. That'll get some attention, showing us why he's the Orioles' 11th ranked prospect on their top 30. All right, still with me? We're about halfway through our time, and we've got some big names still to talk about. First and foremost, Samuel Basallo turned himself into a big name this season. He saw Jackson Holliday reaching AAA at age 19 and raised him reaching AA at age 18. Catcher hit .313 on the year. On-base percentage was over 400, OPS over 950. Look, he's the 46th ranked prospect in baseball right now. That's going to be going up. In Bowie, he joined a lot of members of the 2022 draft class, led by Dylan Beavers.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's gotten easier. Maybe going from Aberdeen to here, the game's a little bit quicker, but I think it's easier in the aspect that the misses and a lot of the pitches that are thrown are a lot closer to the zone.
Yeah, I still don't know how going up a level is easier, but Beavers hit over .320 with the Bay Sox, so I'll take his word for it. 14 extra base hits in 34 games. There with him, Judd Fabian and Max Wagner. Juddy Jacks got to AA first out of the trio, but struggled a bit at the dish. Still an on-base percentage right around .315, despite a batting average in the 170s. Wagner stayed pretty consistent from Aberdeen to Bowie. He's been moving all around the diamond. Billy Cook took a lot of slow trots around that diamond, 24 to be exact. This season, he became the 2nd player in Bay Sox history to record a 2020 season. Helpful, of course, that he didn't have to face his teammate Trace Bright, who struck out over 13 batters per 9 innings across 2 levels of the minors. All right, 2 levels down. We've still got 1 to go. Let's go down to Aberdeen, where you'll find the Orioles' first-round pick from 2023 and Enrique Bradfield Jr., or at least you can try to find him, but if you blink, you might miss him. He played 25 professional games, stole 25 bases, Matt Horvath, the second-round pick, might not beat Bradfield in a 40-yard dash, but he did nab 14 bases in his 22 games, along with hitting .321 with an OPS over 1,000 in his first taste of professional ball. C got in just in time. Isn't it nice when that timing works out? Kind of like when you have a stacked farm system ready to help a big league team that just won 101 games. Yeah, fun times in Baltimore, up in the bigs and down in the minors.